out to the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45. There goes Davis. Oh, my God. Davis is going to run it all the way back. He's going to win the football game.
Like, you're 1v1 against Mitch and Ron. The first one is the moon fake. It's got to be the alligator.
Fucking alligator.
I don't know how much an alligator weighs. Let's say an alligator weighs 400 pounds. I don't know, dude. That fucker weighs 4 tons. I don't know. What's good, everybody? It's your boys, Travis, Ken, and TJ on the Sports to Kill Time podcast. We are here every week. Just kidding. We've missed the last 2 weeks, and we deeply apologize about that. But I don't give a fuck. We're getting right into this momentary knockout, baby. Michigan wins the natty title on 303 rushing yards. Edwards and Corum both scoring 2 touchdowns. And does that mean Harbaugh is headed to the fucking big leagues, baby? Ja Morant, season-ending injury. Only 9 games played this season after two suspensions over the last 2 years, averaging 25 points, 8 assists. He is heading out for surgery on his right shoulder. Also, a plethora of NFL firing on NFL's Black Monday. Vrabel, Arthur Smith, Ron Rivera, Frank Reich, Josh McDaniels, and Brandon Staley all fired this year. Is Belichick next on the Patriots? Lakers and Warriors being 10 and 12 seeds this year. 2 powerhouse teams, one in the Lakers being quoted to have quote-unquote, I guess, won in the offseason. I don't know a better way to put that. To the same old story of just being bottom of the seeding for the playoffs, and then maybe they'll have a chance at the chip. Who knows? NFL playoffs are here. We're going to get into all that later. And then C.J. Stroud and Puka Nacua putting on an absolute race for Rookie of the Year. Probably one of the best Rookie of the Year races we've seen in a long time, with C.J. Stroud getting over 4,100 yards, 8th in the league, 23 touchdowns, 5 ints, and a pass rating of 100.8, which was good enough for 6th in the league. And, of course, Puka Nacua's crazy rookie year as a receiver, 1,486 yards, fourth in the league this year. Rookie record, 6 touchdowns, 105 receptions, which was good enough for the rookie record. Boys, it's been a little while. We haven't talked about sports. A lot's happened. The last time we talked about sports was December 13th was when we were projecting all those games. So a lot has happened in the NFL. A lot has happened in the NBA. There's been moves in the MLB. NHL has been crazy. But we're going to stick to these momentary knockouts this week. And we're going to go over the recaps that we always do, and we're going to update them on our records because I'm sure they already forgot. But let's start right at the top. Michigan wins natty chip. What do you guys think? I hate Michigan, so I wasn't happy.
I also hate Michigan. No.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
I mean, I don't.
What was the final score? That was like 31-13 or 34-13?
Something like that. It was a close game up until the last, probably 5 or 6 minutes, and then they scored twice. And I'm going to be honest. I'm not a big college football guy. I moved down here, and it's a huge thing. It's bigger than the NFL in the South, which I can understand. And now that there's money tied to it, I think I can understand a little bit more because now it seems like there's not people just mooching off of young athletes. But that being said, fuck Michigan. Congrats on the title. It's only been fucking 30 years of you guys being a top 5 team for you to finally fucking do something. And you couldn't even do it fashionably. You had to do it by barely beating them up until the last 5 minutes of the game. And you had to do it on this is a good thing. This is a good thing, okay? I'm going to give them their props. They won the game in the trenches, man. 303 rushing yards. They didn't throw the ball well, but it didn't matter because they ran the ball all over them. 303 rushing yards, boys.
300 plus is crazy.
At least they fucking did it by grit. They did it hard. They did it the hard way. They didn't do it the easy way. They didn't go out there with a bunch of flashy plays. They broke out big runs. So shout out to Michigan for that. But
also their defense, man. They held Penix to 27 of 51 completions.
Yeah, sub 50% is just.
It's not acceptable in a Nat game.
No, and I mean, granted, I don't want to say, it's Washington because they were undefeated, but I mean, of all the teams that were there, was it going to be Washington that beat Michigan? I mean, you look at Alabama, if they don't nosedive into the offensive line on 4th and 1 of the last play of the game, there's a chance. And in the game for Michigan or for Washington, it just. I think they're a really good team. This isn't me trying to shit on them. Who was going to beat Michigan this year?
Right.
I would say I'm an Alabama fan. I'm not an Alabama fan. I don't follow it. I always just said that because it pisses people off down here in Tennessee. But if Alabama's not beating them, let's be real. Like if okay, say you swap Florida State. Michigan said after they won the Rose Bowl that they wanted Florida State. They didn't want Bama. That Florida State would have been a harder fought game. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah. Is this
Florida
before or
State?
after their quarterback got injured?
This is after their quarterback got injured, and some say that's a reason why they didn't make it into the bowl games or the top 4 seeding, is because he was hurt.
It was one of the things, but I don't know. I wouldn't
The
say.
tougher matchup would have been Alabama.
See, I think the same thing. So the
Before
only other,
quarterback, FSU.
yeah, I think if their
FSU
quarterback
was
doesn't get
crazy.
hurt, they're a really really good team, and I don't think they should have been punished for it. But I know what the group was doing to get Alabama in that.
Yeah, you know.
However, so if
could
not
see the
Florida
play.
State, the next best option in from what I saw this year would have been Georgia.
Yeah.
Does Georgia beat Michigan? I think that's probably the best matchup out of all of them after Florida State's quarterback goes down.
Yeah, there's a lot of what ifs there, dude. I've been talking to my boss a little bit about it. He's big into college football.
Yeah.
And I think he was saying that Washington beat Oregon twice this year, which, especially
Yeah.
in college, beating a team twice is no joke. So they had a good team. They had a good chance. I just think their game plan didn't go through.
The rankings ended up finishing out, like you said, they beat Oregon twice. It was their only 2 losses this year was, I believe, to Washington. Washington 13-0. The 3 seed was Texas, and 4 was Alabama. You had Florida State at 13-0, Georgia at 12-1. I don't think Ohio State was a good team this year. I don't think they should have been 7 seed. Every game I watched, they looked sloppy, in my opinion. You had Missouri at 9 and Penn State at 10.
Yeah.
So out of those teams, who's beating Michigan this year, bro? Be honest.
Probably either Georgia or Bama.
Yeah, like you take Florida State's quarterback going down, and it's Alabama or Georgia. And when Alabama couldn't do it, granted, it came down to a nosedive play. I don't know what the fuck that play call was. Who was deciding that? It wasn't a Nick Saban play call, in my opinion. But what the fuck do I know?
I still think Florida State would be a good matchup. It's just a large hit to lose their quarterback. 'Cause
Yeah,
Florida
and
State is
that
still
team
good. It's
continued to fight in order to be 13-0. I think you can't punish that team, and they should have made it. I know it's now all what ifs and all this other shit, but that's the only other team is Florida State and Georgia that could have beat Michigan. Washington beat Texas. I didn't think Texas was that good to begin with. I watched a lot of games this year for not being a fan. I watched a shit ton of Nebraska games this year, which is crazy. It was just always on YouTube TV. I watched one game at work, and then it was just always recommended to me. So I watched a lot of Nebraska games this year for some reason.
Right.
And I can't. I think it was just meant to be, man. They hung in there as long as they could, but you put 300 yards on the ground, ain't nobody. An NFL team ain't keeping up with 303 rushing yards on the ground, bro.
Yeah,
Put the Commanders in there, bro. Put the Panthers in there, and their defense is fucking crumbling against 300 rushing yards to a college
Just
team.
think about it, dude. You got 2 different running backs at least putting up over 100.
2 tutties. Two running backs putting up 2 tutties, and then your quarterback does 45. You know? It's just fucking.
Yeah, that's crazy.
man.
Moving on from that, John Morant, season-ending surgery. I don't know too much about it this season. I haven't watched a single fucking NBA game this year. Not one. Just hasn't fallen into my lap as it usually does. And basically all I know of this situation is he's only played 9 games because he was suspended, I think, for a total of 31 or 35, something like that. Across
Like
two
the
separate.
last couple of last season and then first 25 this year.
Yeah. So I think it was 31 was the total or 35 was the total. And
Yeah, I don't remember the total amount.
in his 9 games, he was averaging 25 points and 8 assists, which is not bad. 8 games, that's pretty solid average stat line for coming back after not playing basketball essentially for 2 months. Or
that's
longer than that
respectable.
because the end of the season, through the off season, and then the start.
Right.
He was cooking.
How does this affect the Grizzlies? Because if I'm not mistaken, Steven Adams is also out.
The Grizzlies are going to be real in a tough spot
Yeah.
without Ja.
I don't.
Like I think
If you think about the people they picked up, like Dylan Brooks, Like they just went for defense alongside like Desmond Bain.
Yeah, they're currently 13-23, 3-13 at home, 10-10 away.
Yeah.
I mean, do they make the playoffs? Because he's out for the year. Like, okay, maybe they get Steven Adams back. Do they make a move before the trade deadline, before Christmas, or before the All-Star break? Excuse me. And try and make a push, because we've talked about it in pretty much every episode on this podcast. Come Christmas, if you're not in that fucking playoff, there's a 95% chance you're not making the playoffs in the NBA based off the past few years.
Another team falling apart, it's very unlikely.
Yeah, I mean, granted, you got the Western Conference is stacked. Compared, in my opinion, to the Eastern Conference, it's a lot more level, if that makes sense. I shouldn't say stacked. I should say even ground. I mean, you got from the 5th seed through the 12th seed is 4 games. Yeah, 4 games from 21-14 to 17-19. So 4.5 games separating the top from 5th to 12th. That's 7 teams. You got the East. Yeah, and it just drops after the 8th seed. So from the 8th to the 9th is 4 games. 5 games actually. 21-15 Knicks to 17-21 Bulls.
Yeah, like that's insane.
Granted, the top 8 teams are within 7 games, and there's 5 teams tied at 7 games back from first. But
so 4 through 7. Yeah.
It is 7 games back, all 21-15. If I can't even see the Grizzlies being in the Eastern Conference making the playoffs come towards the end of the year because of how jumbled up the center of that is, because you go from 9th, who's 17-21, through 12th is 14-21, and then it falls off another cliff in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
Well, do you think the Grizzlies make the playoffs? Do they make a move? What do you guys think?
I don't know. I don't think they do. Like I said, with the offseason moves that they made for defense, they have Derrick Rose starting now.
I love Derrick
Rose.
He's
obviously he's not going to do too much. Their best offensive player now is Jaren Jackson Jr.
Who's arguably decent. He's pretty fucking good. Yeah. But
yeah. He is pretty fucking. But no, I think they'll finish like 10.
At this point, you don't have pieces to trade, right? You're 3 serious injuries into the year, to where now you're in the depth chart. Your 8th, 9th man is now stepping up to be the 6th man or even the 5 man in your rotation.
Yeah.
Who do you have to get rid of? You don't have pieces anymore.
See, because they just signed Marcus Smart. They let Brooks go. They picked up no, they didn't pick up. What's that dude's name? God damn it. I can't remember his name, but they're just overall more defensive, and they relied on Ja so heavily to provide that 20 and 10.
Yeah.
That I don't see how the team works without him.
I feel like you see this stuff time and time again, bro. I remember conversations between the 3 of us about how Ja plays, and how Derrick Rose used to play, and you saw what happened to him.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time before those injuries start catching up.
Yeah. So what do you guys know what's going on with his right shoulder? Because I didn't hear anything about this until the notification came through saying he was done.
I knew last night or whenever the Grizzlies game was, he got hurt and left the game because he got pretty jacked up. But I guess he dislocated it or fucking tweaked something. And then I saw that he was out because I have him in fantasy, so I got a bunch of updates about it.
Yeah.
And then he was out for the rest of the game, and then I didn't check it for a while because I was playing basketball myself. And then it said that he needed full-on season-ending surgery.
Must be something like a rotator cuff or something.
Yeah, we are deep into the season at this point. But I just can't. There's no news about it, and I hate that. And I do want to respect his privacy, but like we're also talking about the National Basketball Association. You don't get privacy when it comes to that. The fans need to know. The league needs to know what the fuck's going on, so that we can hop on the Sports to Kill Tom podcast and talk about it. And we can't because I couldn't find any information while we were talking about it earlier tonight. And that kind of segues us talking about making the playoffs without him into the other NBA topic that we talked about tonight, and that's the Lakers and the Warriors. What?
The jaw thing.
Yeah.
The MRI revealed a labral tear in his right shoulder.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either, but it sounds bad.
Sounds pretty severe. So
sounds like a tear.
Prayers up, bro. Yeah, sounds like he tore his labral.
It's a great call, Chief.
The Lakers and the Warriors, both currently, the Lakers are at the 10 seed, the Warriors are at the 12 seed. Only a half game separated from each other. They have a chance easily to work their way up into the higher ranks, with fifth on down being only 4 games back, and they're only 8.5. So there's plenty of time for any team to turn it around, pretty much other than the Pistons, Wizards, Hornets, Spurs. You're pretty much out of it. You might as well just chalk it up. Which
look at next season.
we didn't even talk about the fucking Pistons. Let's get into that, bro. Like just real fucking quick. There is no chance that you don't squeak one fucking bye. One.
I feel so bad for Cade Cunningham, bro.
I don't.
That
I don't feel
man
bad for any of them.
Balling out, and they're still losing by 11, 15.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for him. I've never seen a team play so poorly in my lifetime. Like, I mean, I've seen the Orioles fucking play like shit. I've seen the Astros play like shit. I've seen the fucking Browns play like shit. I've seen the Lions go 0-16. And never have I fucking been so upset about a team losing fucking, it was 30 games or 29 games in a row.
I think it was 27.
And I said out loud, because they played the Raptors the next night. So they broke the record, went one game, and then they played the Raptors. And I said out loud in the Discord, I have people that will vouch for it, they're going to fucking win tonight. Because they're playing the fucking Raptors. And the Raptors are 15-21. We're not good this year. No one thought we were going to be good this year. And, of course, they fucking win against us, bro. Like, we couldn't even be a team that was fucking like they started 2-1 and then lost 28 straight. Couldn't beat them. But moving on, the Lakers and the Warriors, man. I'm going to kind of let you and TJ run this, Travis, because again, I haven't watched a ton of it, but the Lakers, everyone thought they won the offseason. People that don't pay attention to basketball thought they won the offseason because of who they got and who they already had.
Dude, like, they picked up Gabe Vincent from the Heat, who...
Great pickup.
I just thought he had a great playoff run. I
think he fit well with Miami.
Kind of recency. Yeah, I agree. I thought it was kind of obviously he's not bad, but I thought the fit worked well.
Yeah, he's a real situational player.
Exactly. Like, I didn't think he was going to come to LA. I also, I saw this comment somewhere on Instagram where it's like when people go to LeBron's team, they're scared as shit to play. So they don't want to fuck up. Then they suck.
They play more
dude, I thought that was
not. Yeah.
Yeah, and then because they don't want to screw up. But I thought that was funny.
How
are
you in the fucking NBA playing afraid?
I don't think that's real, but
no, but
it might be.
It's one of them. One of them is
like, this is his team. I can't overstep. Like, what's my role?
Yeah, like tell me I'm gonna be the sixth man, please, because I don't want to be out there with you.
Like, put me on the bench, bro.
Yeah, just let me be the secondary guy. I'm fine with it. I don't need to be a starter. I already got my contract.
Because the Lakers also got Christian Wood, which everyone thought was going to be huge for them. Him leaving Dallas, no, was he in Houston? No, yeah, him in Houston, him leaving Houston, and
he was in Houston.
Everyone thought that was going to be a great stretch big.
Yeah,
someone to work like with AD and kind of take some of that center load off of, because everyone knows Anthony Davis hates playing center.
Yeah, which is dumb.
And It's
If anything,
whatever,
he should
but
like it with his offensive ability. So
yeah, he could cook any traditional big man that isn't Embiid, but or Jokic.
yeah,
And no, so like, dude, the Lakers are just falling apart. Like, LeBron is 40, carrying this team,
Yeah.
I mean, he's averaging what,
and
like 25, 8, and 8.
yeah, something
Yeah,
like
like
that.
his normal fucking stat line for the last 20 years.
He's fucking
Yeah,
average since
got this in age,
2004.
yeah.
Like what
That's
is?
insane, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
overall, like Lakers
Oh,
and Warriors just
yeah.
underperforming.
Yeah, I mean,
I just
what with
want to touch
Draymond
on.
gone?
I just want to not to totally change the subject, but
Yeah, finish that.
there was a massive little TKT trade that went down over our little hiatus here between the Knicks and Raptors.
Oh, yeah. I was like, wait, was there a trade in the fucking fantasy league or something?
That's what I thought.
I was like, what are you talking about? Obviously, it wasn't
No,
including
no.
me, that's for sure.
Yeah,
No, just a big time
we'll
trade there.
Yeah,
talk a
obviously, it's
little bit
fucking
about
working out
that
for someone
after.
else. But
Yeah, we'll talk about it after. Let me get through this Warriors thing real quick because I got to talk about
yeah,
it. Several different things happening. Draymond. I
does
don't
he
know if you
still
guys
have
are.
that kind of
retire.
impact?
Well, I don't know if you guys are gonna agree with me. I think the Warriors dynasty is like done. Like, there's
Yeah, I
no
agree.
coming back.
I think they're still a playoff team, but I mean, their championship runs, they're not fucking going every year anymore.
Yeah, like Clay is just a shell of himself. He's not who he's supposed to be, and that doesn't mean he's a bad player.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Draymond's just getting older, and obviously he went through that counseling thing.
Damn near
Considered
retired,
retiring.
according to the news that came out today and yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then Steph Curry, everyone's making a big deal. He shot 0 for 9. It was the first time in over 5 years that he didn't hit 1 3 in a game that he's played in.
That's nuts.
Give the guy a
Actually.
fucking break. Like,
Yeah. And
give him a fucking day off.
Curry just can't do it alone. Wiggins is terrible. I actually saw a statistic that when Wiggins is on the floor, they have a minus 147 through the season. And
Like
when he's off the
147
floor,
point differential?
yeah. Or
Oh my
like
God.
plus minus for the individual player. Like he's underperforming.
Oh my God.
Like his player performance is minus 147. Like he's
Yeah,
plus
something
minus.
like that. And then when he's off the floor, they have a plus 150 something, I think it said.
No way.
Yeah.
I don't
It
know
was-
how I would look that up, but I'm trying to find it.
I should have screenshot it or something.
Let me go here.
What?
I might
Well,
be
yeah,
able to
man.
find it.
Also, while he's looking that up, I'll gloat a little bit because the Knicks are 4-0 since the trade with the Raptors. I appreciate that.
The OG era.
Ridiculous,
Yikes.
bro. It's fucking
Um,
bullshit, you know. I can't find this anywhere. I can't find
Let's
like
be
the plus
honest though.
minus one.
Initially, it was looking.
Yeah,
it was
it
looking
looking
like a rough
one-sided,
trade, dude.
but
Yeah.
fuck me, am I right? Can't even fucking win a trade, let alone a game against the fucking Pistons.
Let me look. I'm gonna find this.
Brutal.
In other news, like not to like change the subject or anything because it's still in the NBA. I for some reason ended up on the Houston Rockets team stats page in the midst of we were talking about the
Okay.
Warriors and the Lakers. Alperen Sagan or Sengun,
Yeah,
he's fucking
dude,
underrated, dude. Holy
Sengun.
fuck. Fucking 9
so
rebounds,
good.
21 points, leads the team. Like, good
Yes,
for
bro.
him. I don't know.
Boys, I have him in a
one
fantasy
steal.
league, so I've
Yeah.
been paying attention. And
He's awesome.
he's been a dog this season for Houston.
I mean, the next closest person in points for the team is Fred VanVleet at 17.5.
Freddie.
Kane, I did find it, and I actually have something even crazier to talk about with it.
Okay.
So through this season, he has a negative 150 plus minus.
Oh my god.
That's horrendous. That is
For
so
his
bad.
For his entire career,
Oh,
his
no.
overall is a negative 460.
What? I gotta look this up. Hold on. NBA career
Plus,
plus minus.
I feel like that's insanely low.
Yeah. Is the highest career plus minus. Tim Duncan with a plus 8,900 is crazy. Holy shit.
MED.
Holy fuck.
All right, he had the Spurs, though. He had the Spurs.
I don't
They
give
always
a
won.
fuck, dude.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's next level.
NBA plus minus.
It's on StatMuse.
Yeah,
I know Jordan Poole has the worst, and Kyle Kuzma has the second worst in the league right now.
What is real plus minus? What the fuck does that mean? Wait, hold on.
So I feel like
page not found. Get fucked.
yeah.
I have NBA. Okay, NBA leaders. Here we go. Oh, that's per year though. How the fuck did you find this? What'd you Google?
All right, this is exactly Warriors Wiggins plus / minus.
Search. It
scrolled
comes right
down.
up.
Yep.
God damn, bro. In 2014, it was minus 550.
Yeah, his rookie season was negative 550.
He's only been positive 3 times in his career.
And 2 of them are with the
That can't
Warriors.
be normal. That can't be normal.
No way. I need like the NBA leaders right now.
Like, isn't that insane?
NBA plus minus.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's giving me year. Wait, no, it's not. Okay, here we go. Where's the... Yeah, the league leader right now is Jokic at 411. For instance, Fred Van Vliet is at 277 plus.
Wow.
Is like the last person it shows on this thing for StatMuse.
So, yeah, Wiggins' first 3 years with Minnesota were all negative. The next year was positive, and then 2 negatives, a 0.
Holy
Last
fuck, this
2
is
years.
crazy.
Yeah, dude, oh my God. So his average is 46.0.
What the fuck? How do I... Other plus minus leaderboards.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Single
5, 6,
season.
7, 8, 9. So through 10 seasons, for each season, he averages a negative 46 plus minus.
How is that possible? Like, how is he getting away with that?
I don't know.
What is the difference between plus minus and real plus minus? I don't understand. Because, like, ESPN lists it as real plus minus. And, like, Nikola, I'm assuming this is probably by game. His real plus minus is 7.73. It's going to not load this. So, hold on. It's about to get super bright.
Maybe the real is the opponent comparison.
Maybe. The only thing I keep finding is that it says, like, it looks like it's by game based off of how many they have so far this year, because it lists their games played and then minutes per game and then offensive RPM, defensive RPM, and then their real plus minus. And can we Google how many players are in the NBA currently? I can't get to page fucking 4.
Yeah,
It's
gotcha.
pissing me off. Go to homepage.
Like 500 and some.
NBA stats.
300.
450.
There's only 450?
With 15 players per team and 30 teams. Oh, wait.
I can't find.
It says you may think it's 450.
Well, then what the fuck is it?
Well, it's more because sometimes.
In the 2021 season, it was 540.
It changes every year? Question mark? Well, so for instance, like it'll only let me get to page 3 of this. It says there's 403 on this list for ESPN this year. And 120th, which is the last player I can load, is Nikola Vucevic, who has a .38. So if he's .38 How fucking low? Like, I want to know who's below Andrew Wiggins. And is there anyone below him this year?
I see what you're saying. I mean,
I just can't get there.
well,
Oh,
here, let me.
I got some more. So it doesn't go negative until 145, Jarrett Allen at 0.05. I just have to keep trying to get further.
I just have to keep trying.
All right, so he's not on page 6. He's on page... Oh, that's Aaron Wiggins.
Oh, hit you with a pump fake.
It did. Oh, my God. He might be last. I'm on page 10. Hold on. Andrew Wiggins. So he's 389th out of 403.
Wow.
Who's below
Jordan
him?
Poole.
The only person that I recognize on this list, other than Thanasis Antetokounmpo, so in 392 or 392nd is PJ Tucker with a minus 4.05. Andrew Wiggins is 3.91. I'm gonna go to the last page because there's 3 results there. Yeah, Justin Holiday. So there's 2 players that I knew. Oh, Scoot Henderson as well, minus 2.23. Or
As a
minus
rookie,
minus
it's
5.23, yeah.
Bro, Scoot's been having a rough year. Yeah.
But, like, how do you
Wow.
get away with that, bro? You think you could do better?
I don't
Me?
know.
Anyone. Like, there's
No.
got to be somebody in the G
I
League
don't.
that's going to do better than minus 5 plus minus per game.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it's just acceptable to keep getting a contract given to you. Like, at some point, there's got to be like, dude, you're just not good enough.
Like, where's the bar? Where the fuck is the bar? Anyways, moving off of that.
Yeah.
Let's start with the NFL firing, man. We're in a weird spot in the NFL. Travis, you brought up a statistic right before we started, is that over the last 11 years, there's been an average or at least 5 coaches fired over the course of the season or at the end of an NFL season.
at
And this
least
year,
5.
we have a shit ton. Vrabel, Arthur Smith, Ron Rivera, Frank Reich, Josh McDaniels, and Brandon Staley. That's 6. And there's still others that are viewed to be on the chopping block before the end of the season, before the Super Bowl. One of those guys being Bill Belichick, which I think is crazy. Do I think he needs to be fired and go elsewhere to prove himself? Yes. I think he needs to make a change or retire,
probably.
something. And one of the candidates that's up to replace him if he's fired is Mike Vrabel. He was under Bill in New England, went to Tennessee, became a head coach, had a moderately successful career there. I think he did a lot for the team. I just think he was a scapegoat. Tennessee fired their GM, brought in a new guy, and they had a bad season because they didn't really have the pieces that they needed on offense or defense. And now they're going to lose Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill, and their head coach all in the same year.
Wow.
At what point do
Wild.
you sit back and say, because the Titans had like I think it was either this year or last year, had the number 1 payroll for offense in the NFL. And I'm going to try and Google this here real quick.
So I was confused. Are you guys are letting Henry go?
I believe this is the last year of his contract.
Yeah, it is.
So let me see if I can find
And it just
here.
seemed-
Tennessee Titans, who finished, what was their record? They won 4 or 5 games, 6 games?
5.
Either
I
way,
think 5, yeah.
doesn't matter. Win percentage was .353. They had 53 players on their payroll, and they had only $9 million left in cap space, which put them. Let's see.
It went 6-11.
They won 6 games, 6-11,
Not
and
great.
we're
Better than
19th in total payroll, and only $58 million of that was.
Everyone thinks, though,
Dead.
that it's Henry's last year because he just makes no sense with the timeline. Like, why would they re-sign a 30-plus-year-old
Well, he
running
did
back?
that whole speech.
Yeah, he did like a whole thing at the end.
Yeah.
So that's what I was confused about because I was
The
like, I haven't heard anything.
oh, where'd they go? What the fuck? I just lost it with my eyes.
No,
Hold
it's
on.
just pretty much assumed.
I just got this notification, and since we're talking about coaches, I want to bring it up. Coach Spoelstra for the Heat just agreed to an 8-year, $80 million deal with them.
God damn. Holy.
Okay,
So-
Spo.
So the Titans had a active. This is as of 2023. Had an active roster payroll of 128.9 million.
Jesus.
I can't be right. That doesn't sound right. That's low as fuck. Hold on. I'm gonna find it.
That sounds.
Yeah, that sounds low as fuck. Player salaries in the NFL season by team. Here we go. Let's try this.
It's only for your skills.
The Titans were had a $282 million cap this year. That's how much money they spent. And in terms of their offense, of that $282 million, $164 million of it was offense.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 120 went towards the
And you win 6 fucking games. So at what point is it hey, we have the wrong players on the field and we're spending the wrong money, which you spent the wrong money, got the wrong players, get the GM out. Now you're left with a head coach who has brought a lot of success to the franchise over the last few years.
Yeah.
You're right.
And a lot of people are blaming him. I don't think he's the problem. I think he's just working with what he had.
I'm kind of surprised they did it, honestly.
Because you got guys like Brandon Staley, who has a fucking team of superstars, who arguably no one knows what the fuck happened to the Chargers over the last 2 years.
Yeah, they
Frank
just
Reich,
falling apart.
the coach for the Panthers, got fired mid-season because he couldn't fucking win a game after they already got their quarterback that they wanted. Ron Rivera, who, yep, he had a pretty rough year, but, I mean, has been a great coach for the Commanders over the last several years.
Like, they traded all their personnel away.
And guys like Arthur Smith, who, I mean, last year they didn't do terrible. This year they didn't do great. But I think the Falcons have been more fun to watch this year than in a lot of the years that I can remember. Yeah, they had Matt Ryan and they went to the playoffs and they choked the lead and whatever. But, I mean, this is the most fun I've had watching the Falcons. They move the ball fun. They run the ball fun.
Since
they play
then,
defense
yeah.
fun. Like, granted, yes, they have to win games, and that's the whole point of the sport. And I get that. But then you got guys like Bill Belichick, who has done everything in his career to make you know that he is your coach. And he doesn't make good draft decisions. He is not an offensive-minded head coach. He's always been a defensive-minded head coach. Everybody has always known that. He got saved by Tom Brady for a lot of his career. And you got guys like Mike Tomlin. And I'm a Steelers fan. I love Mike Tomlin. I think he's top 5 coaches in the league over the last 30 fucking years. And has never had a losing season. And all year after Matt Canada was let go, it was Mike Tomlin needs to go next. Mike Tomlin's a problem. And I don't see Mike Tomlin as a problem. I look at it as a player problem, man. We have a great defense. We have offensive weapons. Our quarterback and our offensive coordinator were not on the same page. Kenny Pickett goes down. For fucking some reason, they bring in Mitchell Trubisky, who's ass.
Yeah.
Has proven he's ass time and time again.
Yeah.
Bring in Mace Rudolph.
Definitely.
Wins the last 3 games of the season. Multi-touchdown games in all 3 of them. Over 150 yards in each game. Beat the Ravens. Granted, they didn't fucking start anybody worth a damn. I get it. I understand. I do comprehend everything that occurred over that game. But you cannot sit there and tell me that Mike Tomlin's a problem. You can't sit there and tell me that Ron Rivera or Vrabel or Arthur Smith were the problem in these franchises. And you got guys like Harbaugh, who's been in the NFL, went back to the fucking NCAA because it was more money. He had more fun, won more games, got to pick each individual player that he wanted, didn't have to worry about a payroll,
Yeah.
and just had to call plays to win a fucking championship. Couldn't do it, and now he's back and he just won the fucking championship. Why would he come to the fucking NFL when Every fucking year, 5 coaches get fired.
So this is something I just thought about. Do you think so obviously firing happens when you're a losing team. Like if you're winning games and everything's fine, you're not going to be fired.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
do you think coaches are using scapegoats to save the front office and their decisions? Because if they pick the wrong personnel as well, including the scouts and the owners,
Yeah.
the easiest one to blame is the coach, because they don't want to put the blame on them making the bad decisions.
Yeah, so I see where you're going, and that's the argument you make for Vrabel. They fired the GM who made shit decisions, brought in a new GM who didn't allow any spending to correct for everything that the previous guy did.
Right.
And now who do you point the finger at? You have the offense. You have the offense you're supposed to have. This is the offense they built you. And the offense that you built with that previous GM. You don't have a defense. Who else is to blame? You can't blame the players. You have to make a decision. You can't. Who's quoted saying it? I think it was the Giants. Was it Giants head coach? Or no, it was Sean Payton, Broncos, when they fucking benched Russell Wilson. Hey, we can't go out and replace a whole line. He is 100% right. You can make changes at quarterback and change that guy, one guy, two guys. You can change the head coach as many times as you want, but you cannot replace 22 starters. Can't.
You can't do it.
Can't. And going off of this, I looked up the head coaches in the NFL, and there's currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vacant spots in the NFL, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 coaches that were hired in 2023. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hired in 2022. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of which are in the fucking playoffs this year. So it's an argument of, okay, so how did this person make that much of a difference? But if you look at the teams, the Dolphins, already having been built when he came along, granted, they did add on, get better. You have Todd Bowles.
I like the Dolphins coach, though.
Yeah, me too. I like him a lot. Todd Bowles.
Thanks.
D'Amico Ryans, rookie head coach. And Shane Steichen, another rookie head coach. He missed the playoffs. 9-8 on the last game of the season with a team that didn't have their starting running back for fucking 75% of the year. Didn't have their starting rookie quarterback 3/4 of the year. Right. More than that, 80%, 90% of the year. In 2021, there was 3, and it's Dan Campbell, Robert Saleh, and Nick Sirianni, which I like. I don't really like Eagles head coach, but I mean, you're talking prior to 2020. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 coaches hired prior to 2020 that still have a job today. One of them's Bill Belichick, who's on the hot seat. Another one's Mike Tomlin, who's on the hot seat. Pete Carroll, who's coached since 2010. Andy Reid, who's not going anywhere. Sean McDermott, who probably needs to win a fucking Super Bowl in the next 2 years, or he's gone. Sean McVay of the Rams, who just won a Super Bowl. Great for him. Kyle Shanahan, Zach Taylor of the Bengals, who I didn't even know was their fucking head coach. Matt LaFleur of the Packers, and that's it.
Well, that makes you think why Mike Tomlin is always the scapegoat for you guys. Like, he's a winning coach.
Yeah, so the last 2 years, it's been a Matt Canada thing. Everybody's been bitching about Matt Canada. Then Matt Canada left. First game, we had 400 yards from the line of scrimmage, which was the first time since he became offensive coordinator. And we've been doing better, but when we lost those 2 games to 2-10 teams, it was he needs to go. He's the problem. It obviously wasn't just Matt Canada, and it's like, bro, chill. Like, we went into 2 games. Like, let the guy cook, okay? We're in the fucking playoffs. We shouldn't be. No one expected us to be in the fucking playoffs. But when we were 7-4 heading into those 2-10 games, if we won both those games, we're 9-4, and we're a top 3 seed in the fucking AFC. Like, and going into the rest of the season, if you look at the fucking Steelers schedule, so we finished 10-7. If you take those 2 wins, we won the last 3 games, and 2 of them were close. They were both by 1 possession, the Seahawks and the Ravens. So let's say those fucking flip. We take those 2 losses. We still beat the fucking Bengals. You know what I mean? We're finishing 10-7. We made the fucking playoffs on the back of another team because Jags fell apart after playing us. Right. But Mike Tomlin's the problem?
I don't know.
Bill Belichick's the problem?
Tomlin never having a losing record is the craziest thing to me.
Ever.
Like, that streak is insane.
Yeah.
To even...
Like, he just... Like, it's non-existent. He just doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't get it.
Looked in the stat book. It's not in there.
Because you could still be like, yeah, the Steelers are washed. Like, the season's probably...
every year. Since Probably since 2016, I've been like, yeah, there's no chance. 2018 made the playoffs. Last year of Antonio Brown and all of them, you know? And you never fucking did anything with it. Never won a bowl. And since 2018, 2019, I have not had a single faith in the Steelers of, hey, we're going to make the playoffs. We're going to have a winning season. We're going to fucking win a chip. Like, this year, we shouldn't be in the playoffs. And I'm like, holy shit, we kind of got a chance. Like, we're going to face the Bills. The Bills are a beatable team. Everybody's proved that this year. The Bills are a beatable team. If we win that, we go up against the Ravens. We beat them twice, once with Lamar, once without. And then we face whoever wins against the fucking...
Lamar?
I'm just saying, bro.
He's going to be sitting. Going to be sitting for a long time, bro.
Really? Is he hurt?
And then he's going to... No.
Okay. You meant because he was off. Okay.
Then,
yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, so he's going to get the first round bye plus this last week's off. Then he would face the Steelers if we win.
Yeah, so
he's going to be rusty.
For like 3 weeks.
He's going to be rusty.
Yeah,
if you beat the Bills without TJ Watt, which is something that I had written down anyways.
Yeah.
That's going to be huge for the next week versus Ravens.
Yeah, we have momentum now, bro. We've won 3 games in a row with a third string quarterback.
Bills is the toughest opponent for you.
The guy that's won his 3 games in a row hadn't started a game since 2021. And we've won 3 games in a row. I'd love to see it, man.
So what's up with Pickett? Is he done? Done?
He was only out last week. It was not a game time decision, but a couple days before. He was like, we're going to ride the hot hand. And he said the same thing this week. We're going to stay with Rudolph. If we have to make a change mid-game, we have to make a change mid-game. But why wouldn't we ride with the guy who in 3 games this season, he only has 719 passing yards. Only has 719 passing yards, but 3 touchdowns, no ints, has been able to move the ball methodically down the field in every game we've played with him. 74% completion percentage and a 118 passer rating. He's the only quarterback who has 3 touchdowns this year of over, I think it was over 50 yards or something like that. All 3 of his touchdowns were like over a certain amount of yardage. Only quarterback to have his first 3 touchdowns in a season be over a certain amount of yardage.
So Pickens must be loving it.
Yeah. How do you make the argument you go to the other guy that was underperforming before he got hurt, and then you bring in a second guy and he's ass, and then you bring the third guy and we win 3 games in a row, 2 against division rivals, like 1 against another potential playoff team. Like, this is the first time in NFL history that every team in a division finished above 500 ever. And it's been that way for every year. The last 2 years it feels, or 4 or 5 years it feels like. That just the AFC North is just the most tightly contested division outside of probably the NFC East because of the Eagles and the Cowboys. And then every few years the Giants are pretty good, and every few years the Commanders are pretty good. That make it a really close division. But just going off of those things, the NFL playoffs are going to be so much fun to watch, man. You look at the matchups like Packers-Cowboys in a divisional game or a wild card game.
Go Packs.
I love that game. I'm not a Packers fan. I'm not a Cowboys fan. But if there's a team that can beat the Cowboys, I think the Packers can easily beat the Cowboys, man. You have a lot of good teams in the NFC. No, fuck the Rams. I don't think the Rams are worth a damn. The Lions. Eagles and Bucks. The Eagles have fallen apart. The Bucks are hit or miss. That's a shit matchup. I don't want to watch that game.
I do like Stafford going back to Detroit, though.
Me too. I think that's fucking cool.
I like that really little, cool. Yeah, I like that.
I think that'll mean a lot to the city of Detroit if they can beat them.
Yeah, do you think Detroit pulls it off, dude?
He gets a fucking win in that field. What?
Yeah.
Do you think Detroit pulls it off? And not to mention,
I think the Lions win. I'm taking the Lions in that game. I love it. Love that game.
I agree.
I want to go perfect in the playoffs, bro. That'll be fire. So you got the Eagles, Bucks, Browns, Texans. Browns, Texans is a great game. C.J. Stroud versus whoever the fuck the Browns quarterback is now, Joe Flacco, whoever the fuck that Joe Schmo is.
Flacky the back.
Bum.
Yeah, who's their rookie? I can't remember the rookie's name.
Stroud. C.J. Stroud
for Browns.
Oh, fuck if I know. They've had 100 over the last 20 years.
Come on, you guys know. I know you do.
What position, bro?
Quarterback.
For the Browns?
The Browns have a rookie quarterback?
Yeah, what?
Off dome, I have no clue.
No idea. They didn't.
He played. Jeff Driscoll. Yeah, Jeff Driscoll. Yep. Yeah, I got you, buddy.
I was going nuts there for him.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Jeff Driscoll?
I forgot about Flacco. I thought it was
no, because he played this week. Jeff Driscoll did. Flacco sat.
Gotcha.
But you got the Finns Chiefs. Great first round matchup. I mean, two powerhouse offenses, and then Steelers Bills. Two teams that are hit or fucking miss. Both have proven they can be beaten by easy teams and put up fights against hard teams. I think that's going to be a fun matchup just because I'm a Steelers fan, but I think we're going all the fucking way.
Same story for the Cowboys Packs. They've won against the winning teams and they've lost against losing teams.
Exactly.
Didn't catch it. He's telling you now it's going to be the same type of vibe, bro.
Yeah.
Same type of vibe.
We were going to talk about the CJ Stroud Puka Nacua thing, but I don't really give a fuck about it. We kind of gave all the stats. I think CJ Stroud should win it, but Puka Nacua put up a good fight. I think if anybody wins it, it's going to be Puka.
Just because I think CJ will win it because he's a QB.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I think he's going to win it, but I think it should be Puka.
Puka's numbers are no jokes.
So in the NFL, so far this week, boys, or so far this year, it's still pretty tight. We were all even last week. You guys won one more matchup than I did. I went 11-10. Trav and TJ, you guys are both 12-9 in our matchup so far. There's a chance that one of us is going to pull away with the victory here towards the end of the playoffs. We're all going to get some games wrong. So let's just start out first. The first game, I believe, is going to be I think the AFC plays first, right? Yeah, AFC plays Saturday at 4:30, and it's the Browns versus Texans in Houston.
Texans.
I was also going to take the Texans.
I'm going to take the Browns because Joe Flacco's at quarterback.
That's fair.
He is lights out in the winter. He's shown he still has it.
Bro, low key.
I'm taking the Browns.
You guys had me fucked up. Why was did Flacco just not play because
he didn't play to rest? Like he's like, he didn't play to rest.
Give me senior elite Joe Flacco, bro.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I just don't think the Texans are experienced enough. I think CJ will ball out.
A fucking veteran on that team, bro.
Elite.
I'm just saying, bud.
Yeah.
Next game, another Saturday AFC matchup is the Dolphins Chiefs, 8:15 at night. Fun fact: only way you can watch this game is on Peacock, bro. Peacock's fucking their marketing team is gonna get the bag. Yeah, only way you can watch it is on Peacock.
Taking Fins, bro.
See, so I want to bring this up. Okay.
Too much firepower for that Chiefs defense.
Listen to this. So before the Bills-Dolphins played, if the Dolphins won, right, the Bills won that game, right? Because the Bills are 2 seeds. So if the Dolphins won, the Steelers would have went to Kansas City. Before it was announced like what it was going to be, I thought it was going to be we either played the Bills or the Dolphins based off of who won, right? So I said during that portion of my life, for that fucking 2-hour span, I would rather face the Chiefs than face the Dolphins. And I got flamed in my own Discord because the experience of Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes and their offense and their defense and the experience, and it's like I don't want to face Jalen fucking Waddle, fucking whoever the running back is, Arcane or 8chan, however the fuck you pronounce his name.
8chan. And
in
fucking
the playoffs
Mustard.
With Tua,
Tyreek,
Jalen Ramsey. Like, I understand the Chiefs are good. I'm not downplaying it. I'm just saying the Steelers or the Bills have more of a chance to beat the fucking Chiefs in a playoff game than to beat a powerhouse offense who's only allowed more than 21 points, I think, 2 or 3 times this year for their defense, and their offense has scored more than that in most games. Like, I don't want to face the Dolphins in the first round. That's a momentum game. We come off, beat the Bills, we go beat the fucking Ravens, and we're like, we can fucking beat. If we can beat the Ravens and the Bills, we're beating anybody, dude. I'm just saying. If we get past the Bills and the Ravens, it's on site. We're going to the bowl. We're winning it all. The only team that could beat us would be the fucking the 49ers. Simple.
That's a squad, bro.
Yeah, simple. So
little 2010 Super Bowl rematch.
When it came out that we were playing the Bills over the Chiefs instead of the Chiefs, I was like, awesome, because I thought it was going to be either the Chiefs or the Dolphins. We faced the Bills instead of the Chiefs. I'd rather face the Bills than the Chiefs. And they're like, what do you mean, bro? And I was like, am I fucking dumb? Right? Like, I'd rather face the Chiefs over the Dolphins, got flamed. All right, reasonable. They have some experience. I'd rather face the Bills over the Dolphins and Chiefs, and I'm still getting flamed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Got their quarterback threw the most interceptions this year. Yes, he had the most passing touchdowns. I don't give a fuck. He also threw the most fucking picks. We got Patrick.
Frustrating.
We got Patrick Peterson back there, bro. I don't give a fuck. We got some of the best pass rushers in the league. TJ Watt probably isn't going to play, but I don't give a fuck. Our running game is finally firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
And the Bills have went on to prove they can lose to any fucking team.
They're definitely streakier than the Chiefs or the Dolphins.
So, if you're a Dolphins fan, would you rather face the Chiefs or the Bills? Would you have rather won that game and face the Bills again? Yes, I think every day.
Probably.
Every day. Face a division rival for the third time, let alone back-to-back weeks, and you would have been the home team?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All day.
I'm definitely taking Fins on that, bro.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm going to take the Fins as well.
Okay, cool.
And I don't want to downplay the Chiefs. My boy Martine, love him to death. He's a Chiefs fan, been his whole life. He's from Kansas, so it makes sense. But, I mean, I just don't trust Kansas City's defense. Maybe I don't know too much about their defense, and their offense has not been firing on all cylinders this year. That doesn't take away from the fact that they're the 3 seed. I'm just taking the Fins.
They got Chris Jones.
Yeah.
It's the only defense. Do they still have Honey Badger, bro?
No, he's on the Saints.
Is he old?
I think he's on the Saints
now. Is
he?
he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Saints. Yeah, they traded him, I think, or let him go.
TJ, your game is next, 4:30 on Sunday. Or no, sorry. Damn, all the AFC games happen before the NFC games. That is stupid. The next game is weird. The Steelers at Bills. Obviously, I'm taking the Steelers.
All right.
I already gave my whole spiel on it. I have to take the Steelers, okay? I don't have a choice. Can't bet against your own team.
This is because I want to see the Bills lose. I'm taking the Steelers.
Yeah.
Okay, see, now do I ride with Buffalo just to maybe gain a point on you? Or do I ride with the squad so we all go down together in case a miracle happens? You know what? Fuck it. Come on. Give me that black.
The next game is the Packers at Cowboys. We've already kind of
Pack.
talked about this a little bit. TJ, give us your insight, buddy.
All right, so here's how Jordan Love has been balling.
Yeah.
And, dude, my only thing is I'm a little scared that Dallas's offense is so incredibly nuts on all around. CeeDee Lamb
They're
has been cooking.
inconsistent though.
Bro, typical Packers, Cowboys, wild card fashion. It'll be a close one. Packers win by 7.
Okay.
Watch.
I'm gonna add that as a point. So if they win by 7, you get 2 points.
I'm gonna take
Steelers. So, or do you want to do over under? So over under 6.5. Do they win by?
Oh, okay. I like that more.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess I'll take the over then.
Okay. I'm gonna say the Steelers win. What's the over under for the Steelers Bills game to give us an extra point?
I don't know.
And Travis, we'll give you a game of your choosing that you can pick an over under. I picked the line for yours because you said 7.
Okay. Yeah. So
I'm gonna use the Rams Lions game as my over under.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I like
That's
that.
a fun one.
I like that.
Travi, what's his line? Give him a line, and I'll pick yours. See, it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Which one?
For the Steelers Bills. I feel like it's got to be minus 3.5, right?
I was gonna say like 5.
I was gonna say 4 or 5. Yeah.
All right. So do you want to do by more than a field goal then? So minus 3.5.
Yeah, minus 3.5.
Okay, so
yeah.
minus 3.5
Okay.
for Kane, and then yours was TJ for the Packers is minus 6.5.
What's mine?
This is gonna look
hold
so.
on, we gotta have. I kind of want to take the Cowboys if you guys are both going to take the Packers because I have to make one up. But I want to find out what we're going to pick for the Rams Lions because in the Eagles Bucks because I want to be on the boys. Like TJ's dying with me, I want to die with him too.
All right. Well, for the Eagles Bucks, I'm gonna take the Eagles, and then you said Lions Rams.
Yeah, I'm gonna. So are we all taking the Packers then?
Yes.
Okay, well I'll take the Packers. Rams
Yeah.
Lions. Let's see
What's
what
my
the
over-under?
I'm gonna see what the over under is for the actual game.
I was gonna say the real life over under.
Yeah, let's just do that because none of us really watch these teams. So the real life over under is minus 3. So minus 3.5. They have to win by more than a field goal. I'm not giving you who has the minus.
Rams have the minus.
No.
Oh. All right. So
50-50 shot, you know?
yeah, I'm gonna take that Lions.
Okay. So we all have a chance to gain an extra point in this. Me and you can gain.
If we don't win.
Well, you would get the loss, but you don't lose an extra.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not losing an extra.
No.
That takes away from the record. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. You can only gain in this instance, and we'll do this each week. We'll do this each week
I like
in playoffs.
this. I like this on the fly thing. Okay, so for the Lions Rams, I'll probably go.
I'm taking the Lions. I like the Lions.
I was also kind of feeling the Lions. I like how the Lions.
So are we all taking the Lions then?
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
Staffy, but you're cursed in that stadium, bro. It's meant to be.
Yeah,
All right, so
Staff.
the last game is the Eagles Bucks.
Eagles.
I'm gonna take the Eagles.
I feel like I have to, right?
Watch Baker ball. Watch it.
No.
Do I take the Bucks? So far, the only game that we have different is the Browns Texans. Me and TJ took the Browns. I think
Record right now, Baker has 163 passing yards. That's it.
like on the money or less.
Yeah.
Like just go, if it's really
Over
that,
under
I will
163.
tweet.
Sorry, over under 163.
Over. I'm saying he gets like 190 and some change. Just under $2 bills.
That's crazy, dude. All right, so we're all. Do I pick the Bucks?
No.
Do I pick the Bucks? Do I risk it?
Don't
Do
take the
you?
Bucks. That's not a wise choice.
Yeah, I gotta go
And
Eagles.
not in that game. Out of any game that you could maybe be like,
All right, so this takes us into the NBA. So what are the 5 games this week, boys? We didn't even do the recaps. We're not doing the recaps. We're over an hour into this. Fuck y'all.
Yeah,
it was so long ago too. People don't even remember.
Yeah, fuck
first
you.
NBA game is Thunder Heat.
Okay. I'm gonna pull up the
I'm
standings.
going to take the Thunder.
I'm gonna cheat because I don't know anything.
I'm gonna take Miami in that.
Okay, so again, I don't think I brought it up. The NBA records are me and TJ are 6-4, Travis 7-3, and the first game is Thunder versus Heat, which is tomorrow.
Yes.
Off rip.
As of recording. Yeah.
Off rip, I want to say Heat. The Heat are 21-15, and the Thunder are 24-11. The Heat have won 1 game. They're 6-4 in the last 10. Thunder are 7-3 in their last 10. I'm gonna take the Thunder. I'm taking the Thunder.
Last chance to change it.
Nah. Where I gain a point.
So Trav and Kane are for the Thunder. TJ's on the Heat. Big matchup: Knicks versus Mavs. 21-15 versus, let's see, where the Mavericks. 22-15. The Mavs are on a 3-game win streak, 6-4, and the Knicks are on a 4-game win streak, 6-4.
Yeah, they're gonna be on a 5-game win streak. We're up 106-74 against the Blazers.
Okay.
Holy shit.
I'm taking the Mavs then.
I'm taking the Knicks.
So, yeah, I'm gonna take the Mavs because I don't like
the fact that it's a 5-game win streak
6 in a row.
I don't like that. Trav.
Celtics
Bucks. I think the last time we did this game, because I think we did it once already, the Celtics are 28-8. The Milwaukee Bucks are 25-12. By the time they play, I don't know if either team has a game in. The Bucks are on a 2-game losing streak, and the Celtics are on a 1. Bucks are 5-5 in the last 10. Celtics are 8-2. I'm taking the Celtics.
I'm going.
I was probably
Celtics.
I was gonna take Boston as well. They're just on a different level right now.
Okay. Suns versus Lakers. Suns are, let's see, 19-18. Lakers are 18-19. 5-5 for the Suns in the last 10. Lakers are 3-7. However, the Lakers have a negative point per game differential, and the Suns have a positive 1.
I'm going to take the Lakers. LeBron will not let KD win.
I think I'm also going to take the Lakers just because the Suns are on a 2. I don't know if they're playing tonight at the time of recording. I don't believe they are. But the Lakers are scheduled to play in the next hour against the Raptors. Yeah. So they're going to win. So they're going to break their – they're going to win 2 in a row. Now I'm thinking I want to pick the Suns.
See, because I was thinking Phoenix. Just because I don't know. I just feel like that Suns team is too much for the Lakers. Especially right now.
Let up too many points, though.
I mean, the Lakers will allow more.
Have you guys seen Grayson Allen? Speaking of the Suns real quick, Grayson Allen has been on a different level this year.
No,
he's second in the league in 3-point percentage behind Kevin Durant.
For future reference, Travis, the Suns allow 0.1 points less per game.
0.1?
It's a significant margin. I know you're shocked. But they do score 2 more points, 1.7 more points per game. Timberwolves are 26-10. That's breaking news to me. They're first in the West. Didn't know that.
Yeah, they're actually.
And they have this. This is not an infactual statement. In the Western Conference, they have the 3rd lowest points per game. But they, of course, they allow the lowest, so it makes sense. But 3rd lowest points per game is crazy to be first in their conference. Suns, Lakers. Sorry.
Lakers.
Suns.
I'm also going to take the Suns.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. TJ, Kane, Trav.
The last game on Saturday is Magic Thunder. I'm going to take Thunder again.
Thunder again. Back-to-back Dubskis.
Really? See, that one I might take
Under
the
team
Thunder
is
as
clicking
well.
nice, dude.
I
Yeah.
agree. Where the fuck are the Magic? They're 21-16.
Yeah, Magic
Kinda,
aren't bad
they've
either.
been
They're
playing
5-5 in the
good.
last 10. I'm gonna risk it because I need to gain a point over TJ as well, and I'm gonna take the Magic.
It's not bad. That's a good opportunity to get a point.
I don't think they're actually gonna win, but I gotta fucking risk it because I picked with TJ pretty much the whole way. So, anyways, guys, I think that wraps up our fucking podcast.
Yeah.
I think we had a lot of fun this week. You know,
We did, bro.
Had a lot to catch up on.
yeah, we're trying.
For
Boys.
sure.
We're trying to get this
We're
coordinated for the fans, but you know, who really cares about them? They don't listen to us anyways. So,
Yeah.
just kidding, guys. We love you. We will see y'all in the next one.
Yeah, see you next week.
Peace.